Okay, so this is going to be like part two of video I published. Was it yesterday? Concerning brake binding consequences and how you can do the diagnosis or check to know if your vehicle have that issue. So I talked about some of the components on Peugeot cars that could do uh, cause this kind of issue, that's brake binding. But I think what I did was I was using modern Peugeot vehicle braking system to um, describe or probably just to explain what could cause or what could not do it. So remember that in the video there was a time I said the brake master cylinder uh, it can't do it or can't cause the brake binding. So but it was after the video I remember that I think I was just using modern cars. I didn't uh, factor in the older Peugeot cars. So yeah, for modern Peugeot cars, I don't think it's an issue at all. Your brake master cylinder to cause um, brake binding. No, I've never come across. I think the way these master cylinders are built from from late 90s upward, none. I'm yet to see. I mean, it has to be. I don't know what could be the reason why your master cylinder out of the how many million, okay, let us say millions, it's probably getting to millions of modern Peugeot vehicles that have been produced from that late 90s till date. Only your own is your master cylinder is the cause, so that's why I don't want to even talk about that one. So you shouldn't. But for the older ones, um, 404, 504, 505, there are cases where the master cylinder can cause brake binding. But what usually happens is it won't be on only one way. If it's going to cause brake binding, for example, like the 504 GL. No, 504 GL has one, we call it the brake master cylinder is the one with one pinion. What do we even call it? This cylinder, that one chamber brake master cylinder. I think the subsequent 504 models, the SR, first line, GR, those ones have the um, double chamber master cylinder. So the L, 504L, GL, those ones have that one. It's possible that the later models GL, the late GL had the double ones, but the one I use and most of the ones I saw, I know I've touched, seen, they all have single. So those ones sometimes, there's this push rod. Okay, call it push rod or whatever, which is part of brake booster or what we call brake servo. So it comes out of it in the engine bay. So you now slot in your brake master cylinder and tight it on the servo or booster. So that push rod, as it's going in, I don't know the name, but let me just use the word push rod. So as it's touching the pinion inside, pushing it out, in and out. So over time, it tends to wear out the pinion where it's touching. It wears it out. So you get a point, you realize that when you press the brake pedal, um, it will have any effect. It's as if you haven't even pressed the pedal. So you need to press it down a little bit before it can push. So what happens is there's a clearance already, there's a gap between that push rod and the pinion where it's touching. So I remember back then, once you start wearing out, what you do sometimes, you just get a small piece of paper, you squeeze it and put it inside the pinion cylinder if you don't want to change the cylinder. So put it inside that place so that it will close that gap. So as you are touching your brake pedal, it will shoot the hydraulic. So but what usually happens sometimes, for example, if you put too much, it will press the pedal, it will press that pinion a little. So in that case, it will hold it will be applying brake. Small, it may not be that much. Then sometimes even when it's not appearing, over time the pepper might shift a little and then you start doing that. So sometimes what we do is you release your brake pedal. If you want to know if it's from the master cylinder, you just it has two 11 bolts holding the master cylinder to the brake servo. So use your spanner, select those 11 bolts, not bolts, 11 nuts. Slide those 11 nuts. Once you select them, you see if your brake is actually binding, you see the car will move. It will just shift because now it has released the brake a little. So it's not as if by default that the brake master will cause it on 504. I'm saying circumstances can make you do something on it that will eventually lead to it. So that's the point. Sometimes people do it because when the brake, what is it called? That pinion, it has a spring behind it. So when the spring is weak and doesn't return, it has a spring, so it doesn't return fully. Sometimes it will hold the. It means if it doesn't return fully, your brake is a little bit applied. So, but what usually happens is it's not all the four ways. For example, if your master cylinder will cause it, what will usually happen is maybe it's the front one that it will hold, not the rear ones, or it will hold the two. So it has to be either the two front wheels or the two rear wheels, or the four of them at the same time. So it won't be only on one wheel. So, but my point is, it's not necessarily that when your master cylinder fails, it will cause that. No, usually when you put something there, when the master cylinder is weak, it might, like that spring inside it, I mentioned. So in that case, you say, most 504 users must have experienced what I'm saying. Those of us that used 504 back then. So, but now I don't bother anymore. Once you just change the master cylinder, no need to. Back then we just rekit. Once there's a leakage on those seals on the master cylinder pinion, you rekit. But now I just change everything. I don't have the time for rekiting. So that's why I'm doing this video, so I won't look like, oh, are you saying master cylinder cannot cause brake binding? Yeah, for the 504 user, 504, 505, 404, and these other older project cars, they might experience it, and the cause could be the master cylinder. But modern ones, come on, I don't see how it should cause it. These newer ones are designed so good that, remember, you just have improved on it, and it's been that good compared to the older models. So it shouldn't cause it on yours. Anything is possible though. I'm not saying it cannot. It shouldn't. So so this is more like a part 2 of it, so that 504 users can also learn from this. Since after all, the part 1 I did, 504 no ABS, 404 no ABS, and in those newer cars, of course, the ABS can cause it. So, but for 504, so now you know. Okay, I think that is basically what I wanted to point out in this part 2. Okay.